sun, it's never gonna bother me. And I never know when the lesson's done, it's never gonna bother me. Well, I always take the hard way down. I'm never gonna learn, I'll never come around. I don't know, but it's never gonna bother me. So you better not walk down the alleyway, 'cause a man with a 45. So you better not play with a gambling man, 'cause he might wanna take you for a ride. And you better not run from a police car, 'cause you might get in trouble with him. So you better not walk down the alleyway, 'cause a man with a 45.
Let's go ahead and get this board updated. All right, get this out to the production crew. Enjoy. Hey, Tim, what are you doing here? Well, join me. Let me show you around the yard a little bit. Here's our saw shop. So in here, we've got all of our chains that are getting ready to be sharpened, all of our chains that are already sharpened, and then here's where the magic happens. We've got our grinders. And then here's our unique sized chains for bars that don't usually go out into the field. Man, I was just thinking about the other day, that video that we did, that one where we kind of hammered that power line. I was thinking, boy, you know, that was kind of an interesting situation there where, you know, working around the power lines, you have to use different kind of equipment. You have to have a different crew. You have to have people who are EHAP certified. And I was just talking to Keaton the other day about that job.
He's going to talk to the client, and we'll probably just go for a surface grind for now.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're out here in good old White Center, one of our favorites. We got ourselves a black locust that is failing, and a holly that is all tied up into it. We've got ourselves a whole maze of power lines. We got secondary wires, communication lines, guy wires. It's the whole gamut on this one. Really cool client who has been very helpful in kind of coordinating the traffic and whatnot. We've had just about every single bell and whistle out here besides the crane. This is going to be a big one because it's probably a whole chip truck of just locust, and then we've got a whole bunch of laurel, a whole bunch of holly. But you know, this is the stuff that tree workers live for. You know, big technical. There's going to be some rigging. There's going to be a lot of handling, and definitely communication is going to be key on this one. All right, gentlemen. So the scope of work today, we're getting that holly out, and then we're taking the locust out. I think I'm probably just going to get in there if one of you wants to start from the bottom, kind of limit it up, and then I'll come in there and get the rest of it. They're just, you know how they are, they're the Velcro tree. So there's no real easy way to pull it down because it's all tied up into wires.
Yeah.
But hopefully getting that thing out of there gives us a nice little drop zone.
Yeah.
Little being the operative word there. Yeah, well, and so today I'm going to be going out on a few jobs, and we're going to be doing an inspection to check and see what kind of equipment we need. If we're going to go with elevator bucket truck, if we need to use the Ackley on the job, or if we can get away with just using the insulated poles. How you doing, Wesley?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. What are you up to?
I am just arranging the crew schedule.
Oh,
Daily
nice.
list.
Okay, excellent.
Hey there. I'm Wesley. I'm originally from Michigan. I've been in Seattle for about 2 years now. I'm the operations assistant here at Seatle Tree Care, and I help with a wide variety of things, from putting out no park signs, marking trees to be cut down. Right now I'm updating the firmware on our headsets. These are our Cinetic headsets, These allow for open communication. When things get loud on the job site, these allow our team to stay safe and communicate with each other. Open comms. However, we've had some issues. The noise cancellation isn't really working when the chainsaws are going. We're having some, on some of the headsets here, you can see our wires are starting to fray. So I'm really just trying to get these back into tip-top shape. So I'm downloading some software on the computer and hopefully can get these up and running.
Yeah, and then we like to come over here and just take a quick inventory of the saws, because I know that B6 had a 362 that needs a new bar and it wasn't idling right. So we're gonna pull this one out, get this one fired up, get it back onto B6.
You're good.
So I was just talking to Keaton about that job, because it was almost like the Matrix. There were so many wires everywhere. There were like 3 comm lines that went to our customer's house. There was another comm line that went to the neighbor's house. There were 2 secondaries that went through, and then there was an overhead primary that was going right over where we were working. Take a walk over here. Come with me. There's Peter in our PHC truck. After we get all the trucks out, we like to take a quick look, make sure that everything still seems to be in order. We want to inspect and see if anybody's trying to get into our lot overnight. We got a pretty wide variety of tools over here. So we got our crane. This is our backyard lift. This is another one of our AX19s. This is about as big a chipper you're gonna get out on the road. So we're gonna check these out, make sure if they've got any red tags, let's find out what needs to be done to them so we can get those ready to go back out in the field next Monday. In the meantime, we're gonna clean them out. We're gonna drag them out to the other side of the yard. We'll use a blower, we'll blow them out. We'll open up the traps underneath, get those blown out, get them greased up, oiled and fueled and ready to go. I think we're gonna have you go dump chips. What time is it?
Huh? Like 1?
I think now's the time to do it. I thought it was warmer, wetter. And then La Nina is cold and dry. So after everybody gets out on the road, we like to get our trucks kind of organized. We make sure they're all fueled up, get the chip trucks all emptied out. And then usually what we'll do is we'll take a parts inventory. We have our tub grinder back here. So what we like to do is take a look back here, check inside the box, make sure that we've emptied the chip box. Yep, so looks like this one we're gonna need to get it emptied.
Smells good.
That one I think was Western Red Cedar. And then up here we'll come take a look, make sure that everything seems to be in order. We've got one of our 2 grapple trucks. Yeah, we got our hook lift, our other grapple truck, our dump trailer. How many tree companies have a boat? I have personally been on a job where we used a boat to do tree work.
You had to take your shirt off and get in the water for that.
I took most of my clothes off to do that job. Yeah. I don't know what the proper PPE is for getting underneath a sunken log to hook a rope to it, but yeah, that was a fun job. And I actually have to move this. This is our bigger ditch witch, and we had this to move some of our equipment around. I'm gonna go ahead and get it back over to the yard. Yeah, so let's get back to that video. That was an interesting job because it was like a combination of so many things. There were removals. We had to do a bunch of rigging on that to account for all of the wires that were underneath. And so it was like all of the things that make a job difficult, that one had it on there.
Yourself? I'm Katrina, by the way.
Katrina.
This is Will. He's the owner of the
Will.
company.
Thanks for the chips today, you guys.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know where we're at
They're-
every time you got them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're holly, hemlock, and laurel, so they're plenty fragrant.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
you'll get back to the shop and they'll be pretty sweet smelling. It's a really sweet, pungent, earthy kind of flavor.
Okay.
I know the laurel's it's a pretty hard wood, isn't it?
Laurel is not. Now the holly
The holly is hard, yeah.
is hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get really bright white chips out of that.
Got
Yeah,
it.
it chips really well, except that the only issue with the holly is the leaves are a little pokey on the ends, especially this one. It was an American holly,
Oh, yeah.
but it's my understanding that both holly and locust are nitrogen fixers.
Yeah.
So they're good for supplementing nitrogen into the soil. Turn on or something, I'm not sure.
I'll look into it.
Yeah, yeah. That was good stuff, wasn't it? Yeah, so now we're heading into the central nervous system. Here's our offices. Hi, Marika. How are you? Yeah.
How are you?
You know what? Still alive.
Yeah.
I haven't put the power out yet. All right, well, I've got an interview in a few minutes, so we'll see you again.